Alright, so extraction. Um, I think it's a good game, but there are some things I don't like about it. Um, I'm just gonna play, kind of speed run through some things. Probably not talk too much about anything, and let y'all decide if it's worth buying or not. Because I personally think it is, but it can be boring solo. So I I mostly play solo. Like I don't really have anybody that plays a duo with me at all. So me personally, I use it kind of like aim training in a way. Instead of doing something like labs or whatever, I tend to use this to warm up before I switch to Siege. Simply because it's basically the same, I guess, element with movement. The enemies, however, can be quite difficult and annoying to deal with. I do not like the sours or the sours or whatever you want to pronounce it as. And I don't like the apexes and rooters. Those are like the main ones I hate coming across.
React can depend on me.
As gadgets, I use stun and body armor. And if I'm not using body armor, I use the ammo satchel. I don't really use anything else. And I use it pretty much for everybody I play with.
I can speak 7 languages, and one with my trigger finger.
The reason I use the stuns is because I can obviously stun the enemy and you don't blind yourself. And then there's these like yellow things that attach to you. And if you use the stuns on them, it will get rid of them. But there's a timer. I'm not sure how long, but there's a certain amount of time before it starts doing damage to you. So I like to use those stun grenades as soon as I hit one of them, because I tend to speedrun through this. Because, like, I know it's advertised as a stealth game, but it's really not, unless you're in the really high difficulty. So that over there, that logo right there is the objective marker, meaning you have to go towards there for your second objective. This one can be annoying because if you alert them, you can no longer do it in like this area. So in a way it's stealth based with this objective and can be very, very difficult and annoying. But for the most part you can literally speed run it. And each objective has its own time. So with this, you have literally about 14 minutes or whatever.
Data acquired. We'll find out what's going on with these nests.
React tech is important. That's how you build your gadgets. There are ammo drops as well. And like these where I got the React tech, you could also get ammo in those crates as well as health and everything. And with your health, you it doesn't regenerate at all. So if you take damage, like, it doesn't auto heal, it stays at that number. And if you lose
Stun grenade.
your health, you have
head
to
the next
rescue your
subroom.
operator.
Nothing left of interest here.
I tend to stay in areas longer, simply for XP, to level up your operator and everything. And this ability to see through walls like this and see the enemies is the flashlight, which is auto-equipped by default. Like, they automatically give it to you.
Tossing stun grenade.
So in a way you can stay stealth and just look through the walls if you wanted to.
Ammunition here.
And get this ammunition and then go to the second objective. But yeah, in my perspective, I'd rate this like a 7.5 out of 10. Simply
Your
because
approach
it's
so far
boring
is
so low.
working. Keep at it.
The UI elements, and then a couple of the enemies are really annoying to deal with. And in fact, with the health system and everything. I can't really dive too deep in my dislikes about it because there's kind of a lot in this game, and it's like 3 AM and I'm gonna end up forgetting a bunch of stuff. So I'll just
Parasite activity
play, and then
causing
whatever
tremors.
I see
Find the
or
size
notice,
of stations our scientists left
I'll
in the subzone
probably talk
and
about it.
analyze and dissipate the waves.
But for now, I'm just letting you guys see what this game is about, for the most part. I did have this idea, but I want you guys to let me know if you want me to follow through on it and make a video on it. I was gonna make a kind of like a pros and cons list, but more of my likes and dislikes about this game, and do a bunch of research on it, and then basically tell you what I've gotten written down. But the whole point of this video is just to let you guys see what it's about, see the different enemy types. If you're wondering about when they scream, that little orange barrier that they have on them when they scream, that's basically their radius of, if they scream and everything, that's their detection.
Your
If
objective
that makes
can't be
sense.
far. Try a recon tool if you've got
So
one.
if enemies are in their detection radius when they scream, they'll alert whoever's in that radius.
That's the spot. You should start with the first station.
And some black stuff on the ground doesn't do any damage, but all it does is slow you down. So I'd recommend shooting it as much as possible. So as you can see, it's not too much of a stealth based, unless you do like the highest difficulty, because I'm on like the second tier out of like 4 or 5.
React tech here.
Like that, these stun grenades or whatever that I'm using, I got with the React Tech. So that's how you get your stuns and everything, it's through the React Tech.
There's the first station. Activate
So
it.
yeah, with this objective I don't mind too much, because as soon as you find the first one and do it, the others will pop up
You did it.
like
Head to the next
automatically
station.
in order, so you never really lose it. It's just the hassle
All
of
right,
finding them
find
first,
the next station.
and you have more than enough time to get to all 3. And that's the second objective done, I think.
Our scientists to disrupt the
Yeah,
seismic waves
gateway.
propagation.
I'm not worried about doing gateway. Gateway's insanely difficult. So now we can extract.
Mission is a success. Now, let's get you home.
So yeah, if you'd like
Nice
to
work.
see or know my likes and dislikes about this game, like, I'll try to do that. Just comment down below if that's something you'd like to see, if you want to know more about this game. But I'll go through like each area. Liberty Island can be quite annoying. But yeah, these are the difficulty levels. I'm always on cautious, and I can solo it there. Plus I get more XP. I don't want to do severe or any of that until I unlock all the operators and max them all out. So that's why I'm doing cautious, so I can solo it and get more XP. And each operator has passives. I think it has to be by far one of my favorites. But you can use Kapkan's gun, which I'm starting to use more than her LMG. But operators that have passives, like Pulse, for example, can automatically essentially use his heartbeat sensor or whatever passively to everybody on the team.
With my X-Kairos launcher, nothing gets in my way.
So yeah, I kind of want to get Pulse done, but he's starting out with a shotgun, and I don't like that at all. Like, I seen a tier list of operators, and Hibana was like on the top of the list because you can use her gadget to explode enemies.
A high-value arcane is here, and I need you to bring it in alive. When you find it, I'll confirm the target.
Locating and capturing the target is annoying, but it's relatively easy.
Keep it alive. Bring it to the
Smashers are
extraction point and
annoying, but I
track it.
found a way to beat them. Like actually taking them out and everything, I found a way to do it. And that's just using stuns, and then once you stun them, get behind them and melee them. Hopefully I get the chance to show you soon in one of these videos. Also, you can activate this as soon as they get in or before. I just like to time it right. Like essentially when they're on the corner, because they will run at you.
Our scientists will do the rest.
think it went invisible. Nope, it didn't. There are invisible ones, by the way. Which is annoying. But they're not that hard. So if you see these guys with like one arm that's kind of bulky and red, they can shoot at you, and they take headshots, so they're annoying. Like these guys right here, they shoot at you and it's annoying. And yeah, shooters I don't like at all, because they can be quick and they take a lot of bullets to kill. Very good amount. Yes, they can spawn in here, which I don't like that concept, but I guess it makes it a little bit challenging at times if they're an Apex or something. But if they're the normal enemy, it's just like, it's nothing. Oh yeah, these doors, if you use Fuse, you can use this gadget on them. I've yet to use Fuse, but I don't really want to at all. I care less about Fuse, because he's kind of useless unless you lure an Apex in there and then fuse it. That's about it. So these green ones over here, there's two breachers. One of them is green. I'll call them Nova breachers. They're gas that's damage to you. And the ones that explode, I like to explode on, I guess, this black tar. That actually destroys it as well. I actually haven't tried this yet. Okay, that works too. I guess I might use the Hibana over Sledge now. Alright, I'll show you why I hate serial scan. Yeah, this might be a long video, but oh well. I kinda don't want to stream though. Why do I have to go through this way? This is why I hate this objective. That's why I usually skip it. You have to stay in the zone. And then you take a lot of damage usually.
please.
Okay, Gateway. I'm just gonna leave now, I guess, because I don't want to do the last objective either. Yeah, the more items I shoot, or whatever, or enemies I shoot, it just adds to your XP up at the top left. You can see your XP that you get.
Reload.
Right here, some ammo.
Nothing left to pursue. Got intel. Your efforts are not in vain. Anyone here with React will tell you that.
So yeah, like I do enjoy this game. It's just there's a couple things I dislike.
Keep calm and create opportunity.
There's only a few things I dislike about it. And before I end this video, I'll just tell you a couple of them. The UI or whatever, how to go through operators and everything is
I
weird
make my presence
to get
felt,
used to.
even when out of sight.
To change your uniforms and stuff. This progression tab right here, you have to go to 25, like actual like ranking, I think, and that unlocks this gadget right here, which will kill the black tar itself without wasting ammo. And I'm at like 22 or whatever right now, so I'm almost there. And then the React tech that I pick up is for these. So I've unlocked all of these now. All I'm waiting on is getting enough actual XP or whatever to unlock that. But so far my favorite operators, I'm thinking I'm gonna start liking Hibana more than Sledge. But I do like Finka. Lion is pretty good as well because you can scan them. Gridlock can be good, but I really enjoy Smoke as well. Ella is okay. She can stun them, obviously. I like Finka because of her two guns, her LMG and then Kapkan's weapon that she's got. Plus, she can heal. Gridlock has traps that now can explode and do damage, and it slows him down. Smoke deals damage with his canisters, and I think it slows him down a little bit too. Hibana, you can shoot her gadget at the enemies and kill them with it, and kill like your objectives if you need to. Like if you have an objective to destroy things, you can use Hibana for it for range. You can use Zofia and have her like grenade launcher do damage. You don't get very many though. I'd pick Gridlock over Zofia though. I want to get Pulse up where he can passively scan enemies. But yeah, he will be good in team setting. Same with Vigil, because I don't know if his passives to go invisible or not, but he can make teammates go invisible. Jaeger was said to be really good, but I don't want to start out with the shotgun. I do want to level up IQ though, because I don't know how good she is or how bad she is. I haven't had much experience with her, but through speedrunning. I mainly use Finka, Smoke, and Lion for the most part. Sometimes I go back to Gridlock, but I think I'm gonna start using Hibana, and every time I need an operator, I'll just switch back to Finka. And just switch between them two until Hibana gets done, and then I'll mainly use Hibana. And then when I need to rescue someone, I usually tend to take Finka so she can heal herself without picking up medkits. But the gadget react tech that I go for is always body armor and stuns. And if I'm not using body armor, I usually use the ammo. If not, I'd go for fragment grenade is good, and an explosive grenade, impact grenade. Only for those little yellow things or whatever, to get them off of you, because you don't do any damage to yourself when you do it. Plus, with an impact grenade and fragment grenade, you do damage to enemies as well. So it's usually fragment, impact, body armor, and stuns. Beyond that, I think the rest is useless. Although I haven't really used the nitro before yet, but I don't think you would necessarily need it too much. However, the shop or whatever, like, they have better camos and stuff, like really good gear, but it sucks that it's behind a paywall, because weapon skins are actually pretty decent in this game. So yeah, I made it all the way to Alaska, but I keep going back to these two, mainly when I'm bored. I don't like this area. The Space Foundation is okay, but the casino is my favorite out of the three for this one. With New York, Liberty Island can be annoying. I do like the police station more. And then Gardens is kind of annoying to deal with. But yeah, like, also, adding people and inviting people is just kind of annoying to do. I don't like how they did it. But it is cross-platform, so you can play with your console friends, which is nice. I do have a 1440p monitor as my main monitor, but I had to downscale this to 1080p simply because if I did it 1440p, it would like heavily lag. So, like, other than that, it's pretty good. Like, me personally, it's like a solid 7.5 to 8 out of 10, because no game can be perfect. So I'm gonna rate it about an 8. So that's my personal preference. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever stream this game unless y'all want me to, but I will try to make long videos. I probably won't really edit them or anything right now because I'm not good at editing or have any software for it. But yeah, if you want me to make more videos or start making videos like this, just let me know. But for now, I'll let you decide.